This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Tekashi, and he is doing a lot of interviews now because it's part of his contract, supposedly. That's what academics said, and he's good friends with him. And he gives a... I've never seen someone do a Google Maps tour of their hood, but he did that. It was hilarious. He's like, "This is really my hood. This is where I grew up. This is where I was born." I was like, this guy's something else, bro. And he's obviously calling more people snitches, and he says T.I. is one of the first rapper snitches that got on the stand. You know, nobody really ever saw it. There's video of T.I. on the stand that said, "Yes, he did it, sir," right there. And nothing ever happens to him. Boosie overlooked that. But Boosie picks and chooses his battles. He tried to go up against T.I. and he thought people might rally behind him. Nobody did, because we like T.I.'s music better than Boosie's. Now, it also depends on how good your music is. Gunna, his music is good, so people don't care. Young Thug, it was questionable when he dropped his, they dropped the phone tapes. Young Thug talks about this too. Recently, he talked about his tapes and, those were intimate conversations with my girl. You were still talking like a girl on her pillow talking, like, bro, like, and you know what? We all pillow talk a little bit, right? We all do, especially with someone you're, basically calling your wife, right? But you don't do it on a recorded phone call. You say what you really feel with, like, your spouse. But you know what? You don't do it on a recorded phone call, my guy. And you did. You did. How embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Like, I don't know, man. So anyways, he says he wouldn't pay for Gunna's tapes because he's not low like that. But Gunna has phone call tapes too. I'm sure he does. Nobody said Gunna's the most stand-up guy. Now, Tekashi said that Gunna's the most dangerous kind of snitch because he didn't commit any of those crimes. He didn't drill with YSL or anything else, but he was still willing to tell. Yo, Tekashi's like, it's funny. You got to go watch the Trap Lore Ross Tekashi thing. It's hilarious, bro. This guy's comedy. Now, Gunna, is he a snitch? Not really. But, like, they like to say that because that's what he's perceived as. Because that's what Young Thug tries to portray him as some type of snitch. But all he did was admit that YSL's a gang. Did it hurt anybody? No. A lot of all the people that took plea deals said the same thing. It's not like he's the only one. Anyways, moving on from that. Then we got Offset. Offset releases his album, takes more shots at Cardi as you would assume. Him and Cardi B keep taking shots at each other on the albums and everything. He rushed this album out. I don't even know if this album was done through a label. And I'm going to be honest with you, nobody knew it was coming. You have to have a rollout nowadays. You can't just drop an album. Albums aren't selling. This album's not going to sell. I do not think this album's going to sell. Did a label put it out? UMG put it out. Motown UMG. I'm going to be honest. I will be shocked if this sells. Maybe I will be shocked. Who knows? Taking shots at Cardi B. Bro, leave it alone, bro. You got your settlement, Leave it alone. Young Thug refused. Young Thug is just a liar now. He refused to pay for Gunna's jail calls. Bro, stop. All right, now there's this guy named Zacc from Columbia. It says Columbia, South Carolina, but I guess people are telling me he's from Charleston, okay? Columbia, South Carolina is like an hour from Charleston. So I was thinking he's from there. But they've arrested him there. Known by his stage name Blacc Zacc. Murder for hire, federal drug trafficking charges. According to investigators, Chapman is accused of arranging killing a confidential informant in Columbia, South Carolina, and leading a multi-state narcotics operation spanning much of the southeastern United States. Officials describe Chapman as a key figure in a large-scale, large distribution network with operations and associates extending across from Lumberton, North Carolina, Augusta, Georgia, Tallahassee, Florida, Florence, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia. You get the gist, right? Myrtle Beach, all that. Federal sources indicate that additional arrests are imminent. Law enforcement continues to dismantle the organization. The investigation remains ongoing and is being conducted by multiple agencies. He's only 34 years old and probably going to spend a long time in jail. Yes. He does look like the guy from GTA. Then we got LeBron James. He's tearing down his huge house, $37 million property in LA. This guy's going to live in LA forever. I would want to boogie from LA, to be honest with you. But he's getting out of there, and he's building a huge mansion for him and then one for his son so they can live on the same property. Bro, I guess he's just taking care of his son, because I don't think his son's going to be in the NBA that long. As soon as he exits from the NBA, his son's like, they're going to be like, yeah, put him in the G League. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Now, Diddy is serving a sentence. They got a picture of him now. It's not really that crazy. It's just him with a beard. Okay, that's it. That's the picture. It's nothing crazy. Now Diddy is. They're saying. Oh yeah. I gotta read this. They're expecting that he could come out earlier. Hold on one sec. Let me see. 1 sec. One of his lawyers revealed something. I already know that he's definitely going to get out earlier because the judge made some mistakes. We've highlighted that in past videos where the judge was, in his sentencing, he kept using a certain wording that was accusing of something he was not accused, was found guilty of. But the lawyer says, Mark Angolfino suggests that the mogul could be released from prison sooner than May 8th. I think it'll be sooner than that. How much sooner than that, I don't know. There are a lot of variables. We just kind of want to get him situated first. Diddy has already been transferred to Fort Dix in New Jersey, low security facility for a drug abuse program. He arrived on Thursday, and he says he'll thrive there. I have no doubt he'll be a perfect prisoner. No doubt he'll get out soon as the system lets him. Diddy has not yet released a statement. I'm going to tell you something. They're going to appeal it. And I think that he will get, at the end of the year, they will shorten his sentence through the current president. I think that what do they call it? Starts with a C. I keep forgetting the word. But they commute. Yeah, they commute his sentence. So he'll serve a few more months, and they'll let him out. That's what I think. But what do I know, right? Anyways, I'm probably going to do this. I'm going to run specials on ads starting this week, okay? And the money I get from there, I'll start sending some things to Jamaica. Like I'm going to send a Starlink probably for people in the St. Anne district so they can have, a lot of people don't have communication. That's super important right now. So I'll put that up. I could put it up in the yard and then have people be able to tap. I'm going to set up a thing so they can tap and get service so they can at least get an internet connection and use WhatsApp. I think that's important. So I'm going to send that immediately, and I'll just use the funds to replace that. And then because that should be down there for disasters like this. This happens. This is the second time since I've been with my wife that a hurricane has hit. Beryl hit last year, and it knocked out communications for 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, and she was down there at the time, and I was up here because she hadn't gone on her visa yet. So she hadn't gone on her. She had a work thing that she had to do, so she was going on a work visa, and she was scheduled to leave like a few weeks into September. And Beryl hit like midsummer, so it was like a couple weeks before she was getting ready to leave to work. You know, she always worked here in the United States, so she had a work visa. And I remember I couldn't talk to her for like 3 weeks. That's extremely important to have, and each district should have someone with a Starlink that can share it during a storm. So that's one thing I'm going to do. And then I talked to a shipping company, and we can start shipping some like care packages down there. Like, I know I can get some, you know, kidney beans, rice, you know, basics, and water and stuff for people with kids and stuff like that. So yeah, we could do something. I mean, it's not gonna. I can't do what like Shaggy's doing. I'm not a multi-millionaire, but we can raise some money and I'll match it, and it'll be something. I'll pay for all the shipping and importing and all the money for that. Send some barrels down there. You know what they should do in Jamaica? For the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, they should let people send barrels down and not impose import fees. I mean, it's expensive, bro. So whoever wants to do ads, it'll go to a good cause. I appreciate you all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll check you guys in the next one.